What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Dribble with my co-host Aashrith. Today we got two pretty interesting segments for you guys. Our first one is we're gonna be doing our hot takes. We have five different levels, going from like pretty mild to level five, which would be like the hottest of the hottest takes that we have, and then we'll transition it into doing the all-star reserves. We'll give you our review on who got picked and everything. We're actually gonna do that first, and then we'll do the other segment after that. But yeah, we'll get right into it by starting off with the all-star reserves. We can start off with the East. I'll just list them off real quick, and then we can give our reactions. We have Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duren, first-time All-Star, Jalen Johnson, first-time All-Star, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, first-time All-Star, Pascal Siakam, and Karl Anthony Towns. What are your immediate reactions to those names, Aashrith?
I think there's a couple that we're obviously going to get in. To me, Donovan Mitchell, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, those three were pretty safe to me.
Yep.
I think one that really shocked me was Siakam, because he's had a really good year, but that team has 13 wins. You could have rewarded a player like Brandon Ingram, who had really to turn around his game and is, I think, playing honestly better than Siakam, and on a team that is higher up in the rankings. You could have looked at a player like Bam, who's been playing pretty well this season. I'm trying to remember who else I was thinking about, but there's
maybe you could have given MPJ his first nod if you
MPJ. Like, if you're gonna give it to a losing player, I think MPJ has been better this season than Siakam.
I agree.
And the other one that shocked me was Cat, because Cat is, in my opinion, the second best player in the reserves, but he has not had the second best season. Like, I'd put those same exact players over Cat. The Knicks are doing good now, but when they were voting on this, they're in the midst of a 7-game losing streak.
Yep.
I would have maybe try to think about who I could even say, because I was gonna think of a Celtic, but I think only Jaylen Brown really deserves to make it in those.
Maybe even Embiid could have made it.
Oh yeah, bro. Wait, I think could have is Embiid's been insane this year, bro.
Yeah, he's been playing the games he can play. He's not getting injured like that. He's still bro, he dropped 40 the other day.
He dropped 40, and then before that dropped 37. Before that dropped 36. He's on a heater right now.
It's the same Embiid that we've been seeing. I think the Cat thing is pretty interesting too. I agree. He's the second best player, but I don't know. He's probably, we've talked about it on the pod before, he's probably the reason why the Knicks were on a 7-game losing streak. He wasn't fitting into the system. And even his stats, people probably would say you can argue his stats are good. That's why he got in. This is the lowest points per game that he's averaged since his rookie year. He averaged 18 points per game his rookie year. He's averaging 19.8. The efficiency is down, the 3-point shooting is down, all around. So yeah, I think Embiid could have got it. I think MPJ would have been cool. I also don't think Siakam, if you're gonna give it to somebody that's on a losing team, it should have been somebody else that's playing better. And I agree with you. I think MPJ is playing better than him.
Yeah. We didn't mention Jalen Duren, who we predicted he'd be an all-star. He's an all-star. The Pistons deserve to. Do I think he's playing better than Embiid? No. Do I think Cat's better than Embiid? No. But I think Jalen Duren, by the precedent set before in other all-star games and voting and stuff, he deserves to be in there.
I agree. And then should also touch on Norm Powell. He's been, in my opinion, a really underrated player throughout his career. Ever since then he went on the Clippers last season, he balled out. He was in the West, so really hard to make an all-star in the West and get traded.
He almost did.
He almost did. That is very true. Almost did. Goes to the Heat. Continues the same production. The Heat are the 8th seed right now, I think, and I think that's deserving for a first-time All-Star.
Yeah, he's been the best player in the Heat this season. He definitely deserves to. If they were to have an All-Star, he would definitely be it. Yep. But yeah, Embiid. We discussed some snubs we thought of. Embiid, MPJ. Any other snubs that come to your head as of now? No Paolo, no Franz. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm trying to think of other All-Stars that aren't All-Stars this year. And off the top of my head, I can't. No Evan Mobley.
No Evan Mobley. That's fine.
Yeah,
Hazard is good. They don't deserve 2 All-Stars.
Yeah, Although Jared Allen yesterday 40 and 17.
That's kind of crazy for that. Crazy stat line for Jared Allen.
that was insane. I saw Jared Allen 40 and 17. He went over 1 from 3 as well. He took a 3 in that game. He was feeling himself.
I'm gonna go back and see the kind of the shots he was making. They probably were like 15 dunks, couple like middies when he was feeling it. Crazy,
yeah,
bro.
But we can move on to the West. Super interesting. I can list off these all-stars for you. The obvious ones: Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, I guess would be an obvious one. Kevin Durant, another obvious one. And then Chet Holmgren, LeBron James, Jamal Murray, and first-time All-Star Deni Avdija. I'll start. And KD locks for sure. LeBron, I understand it. Like every year, LeBron's the NBA is going to be.
You're taking away a position. You're taking away a spot, though. You know what I think they should have done? They should have done like something like when Dirk and like D Wade retired. They just added like an extra spot to the roster. But there's no one on the East team that like you could do that for. So I kind of understand why they didn't do that. And plus, it's also LeBron. Like I doubt LeBron would be like, yeah, I'm going to take an honorary All-Star.
Because LeBron's not as ass as those. LeBron's like still averaging like 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Like he's still playing good basketball. And 100%. To be fair, I'm taking LeBron season today over Cat and Siakam. So like as much as I agree, like well, let's just touch on the snubs right now, right? Like Kawhi should have been an All-Star. Like
Kawhi's been playing amazing this season.
And if not Kawhi, James Harden should have been an All-Star.
Yep.
So, and if not James Harden, then you could argue Şengün.
Yeah.
But like with that being said, I think like I understand the LeBron vote.
I get it too. I'm trying to think of other snubs that we can add.
Yeah. Notable All-Stars from last year. We'll pass on J-Dub because he's obviously not going to make 18 play games.
Yeah.
Nobody else from the Spurs made it. I think that's fine. Yeah. Timberwolves, no Julius Randle. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine. Like his numbers are good, but like I think obviously like when he plays bad, it's really like amplified in media and everything, especially when we go on a losing streak. So the inconsistency, I agree. Like I don't think he deserves to be an All-Star. Like I wouldn't put him over anyone.
Yeah. No Reeves.
He's been hurt too.
That's what I was thinking, but damn, he came close.
Yeah. Glad Jamal got a first All-Star. That's good. I don't like him because he's a killer against us always, but averaging like 25 points per game, like the reason
he kept him afloat. Their schedule was pretty easy, but like they didn't miss a beat without Jokic.
Exactly. Like when Jokic went down, they're the 3rd seed. When he came back, they're still the 3rd seed. So
yeah,
like he's been doing what they need him to do.
And no Keontae George. That's the other one.
Yeah. I can see why he's left. Like the Jazz, I think, are the 12th seed in the West, if I'm not mistaken. They're the 13th seed in the West, actually. So, like, who are you gonna put him above? Like Denny's having like pretty much like a breakout season too, like Keontae is. The Blazers are actually like fighting for a play-in position. Like I don't know, there was no one else like on the Pelicans or the Kings that like really got an All-Star nod where you could be like, oh, Keontae should because they did. So. I think like if the Jazz win more games next year, he should definitely be in the running. Like he's been really clutch this year. He's completely improved, like 100%. I think MIP is an award that you can potentially win.
I would give that to Peyton Watson, bro.
That is true. Yeah, Peyton Watson has been going off.
He is dirty. I don't know where that came from.
Sign him this year though.
Huh?
They're not gonna be able to keep him.
Yeah, because they overpaid for Brown.
Yeah,
they should try to trade him and try to sign Watson, bro.
Bro, who's gonna want Christian Braun, bro? $25 million contract.
It's an expensive contract. Yeah,
it's the same contract like Jaden's on.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but they have to keep him. Like they have no choice. Like
I think he was averaging like close to like 22 points per game when Jokic was hurt.
Yeah, and yesterday he was their leading scorer against us. He had 29. He was the only one who had any sort of consistent offense. He's crazy.
Yeah. Like that it's pretty impressive. Like the whole thing was like he doesn't have a jump shot. Even like beginning of the season too. Like he was kind of bad. Like Nuggets fans were like, oh, like well, we didn't sign him for a reason. Like he's not giving effort. He did, but completely changed it around.
Strap.
Yeah.
Oh, the last one that people were talking about online. No Dylan Brooks.
I think Dylan Brooks could have had an argument, but again, like, you can't give the Suns 2 All-Stars.
Yeah, they are a game out of 5 though, a game and a half out of 4.
But then you gotta think to like the Rockets, who like consistently were like between like 3 and 5 throughout the season. Then I feel like Sengun has more of a nod than Dylan Brooks. But Dylan Brooks has been amazing, averaging I think close to 23, 24 points per game as well this season, maybe 22.
I'll look it up for you. He's averaging 21 points a game.
Damn, I was wrong. But that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I think we can agree. Biggest number is probably the 2 people on the Clippers, which is funny because it's in their stadium.
LA, yeah. But the Clippers, ain't no one really gives a fuck about the Clippers.
Yeah, they're 10 seed. Who cares?
Yeah. And then we'll touch on Denny real quick.
Yeah.
He's had a good season. I guess people don't want to give it to him because of the fouls, going to the free throw line, things like that. But has some pretty good numbers this year. The Blazers are like the 10 seed, putting him in the position to maybe potentially make the playoffs. So I think you can give it to him.
Yeah, I just hate the way he plays. But
yeah, I also hate the way he plays as well.
Is where it is. But we can move on to our segment, as Chetan mentioned before, where we're doing 5 levels of hot takes. So the first one is it's a take, maybe not everyone has it, but it's like a take, and then going up to 5, which is wow, you really think that? Dead ass. So start with level 1. I start.
Yeah.
And I say the Pistons are making the finals this year.
Okay, that's a good take. Yeah, it's a good first hot take, because obviously making the finals is a hard thing to do. So it's any team that's has some disparities. I think you could put that in the hot take category, but they're obviously the number 1 team in the East. So that's definitely a good reason for you to put it as number 1.
Yeah, they're probably playing the best basketball in the league right now. They're very, very consistent. They have a pretty well built team, and they took a really rough loss last year in the playoffs. It's teams need that to build up to make the championship games, and maybe they'll lose in the conference championship this year. Maybe I'm a little off, but I think they're the best team in the East, and the East is so weak that I think you could skip a step and make it this year.
Yeah, agreed. And when we say 1, we mean 1 is the lowest, and then we're going to 5. By the way, for you guys, just to understand.
Yeah.
My first one is the Lakers' success is still way too dependent on LeBron James with a team with championship expectations. I think that's just it's a hottish take, because some people might consider LeBron still an elite player, but I don't think he is. And with his age and everything, I don't think you should be relying on him, especially when playoff time comes. That's more of an intense thing. You relying on a 40-year-old is, I think it's definitely not something you want to do.
I think LeBron is LeBron can give you elite games, but he had I think he's at a 39-point game this year, a 33-point game, but that game-to-game consistency, it's just too much to expect him in year 23. And even the game yesterday, I don't think LeBron played last night, and they looked like they needed someone like him, which is interesting, but because Luka was on his own out there, bro. I don't like Luka that much, but I don't know. It was rough out there. So I agree. I don't know what they're gonna do to fix that. I assume they're not gonna resign LeBron, but
they have 2.5 days to do something. So let's see what they do.
I doubt they do anything.
Yeah.
But we can move to level 2. Yep. So, I should honestly switch these. But I said Shea will win the second ever unanimous MVP.
Okay.
I think last night did a lot to clinch it. Going up against Jokic, him having 34, 13, and 6, and Jokic having 16, 8, and 7. That was a pretty good stamp on what was the first of the 4 matchups in the next 30 days, I think, with the Nuggets.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's crazy scheduling.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of chances to see that matchup over and over again. But based on what I saw yesterday, bro, I feel very good about a series against Jokic. Game 7 of last year, we guarded him pretty well. First time we see him this year, we guarded him pretty well. It's gonna be hard for him to score on two bodies like Chet and Hart over and over and over again. And again, like Lou Dort, like he's gonna get a lot of hate, but one thing he can do is play defense. And
Yep.
Paul Murray went 4-14 last night. He didn't really see many open looks. And Peyton Watson's a concern for sure. And obviously they're missing Cam Johnson and Aaron Gordon. But we're missing J-Dub and AJ. We're missing Alex Caruso. So I think we saw a pretty even game yesterday, and Shea won. And there's not really many other like Lakers just aren't going to win enough games for him to get many votes, and like there aren't really too many standout candidates in the East.
I agree, and I think like another thing to like put it in, like I think in general, like Shea's having like the better year compared to Jokic in general. Obviously Jokic got hurt, so I just checked. He's missed 16 games.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, he has one more to miss, right?
Yeah, he has one more to miss. So that could definitely play a little factor, because I feel like even if he's at 16, there's going to be some people that still give him a couple votes just because it's Jokic. But yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a good hot take for number 2.
Yeah, if people still vote for him, bro, after missing 16 games, they're like, it kind of shows why the rule is even in place.
Yeah,
like
someone who plays the rule out, bro.
Because someone who plays 66 games should not be the MVP.
Yeah, like you should. I honestly think it should be like 70 plus.
Yeah, and in my like, I don't know. I think all NBA shouldn't be decided by the amount of games you play. Unfortunately, it is. Like I think Jokic
score. Like we think they should be like a minimum that they should play, but then like you can't don't like cap like the amount of games that they have to play.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. If he somehow scams some votes for playing 66 games, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, I agree. My second hot take is Paolo is not a top 40 player in the league this year.
Top 40?
I was going to say top 35, but if you really think about it, like all-stars are like 24 right there. So 35, that only leaves you like 10. So I don't know. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I feel like I could name like 14 or 15 players this year who I think have had a better impact for their teams than Paolo has. Some of them their stats might show. I think some people could just like tell, like defensively and offensively, like what they're doing for their teams. Like it's more impactful, because Paolo's been pretty inefficient this year. Like I'm pretty key on this. Like I think basketball is a game of possessions. He turns the ball over. He's been turning the ball over a lot. And if you pair that with like missing shots, like you're not valuing possessions. And I think that's hurting the Magic than it's helping them. Like they're the 8 seed right now, or 7 or 8 seed right now. I don't think they should be the 7 or 8 seed with the roster they have in the East.
Yeah,
like,
and they traded 4 first for Desmond Bane. They clearly thought they were a better team than 7.
Exactly. So like that's why I have that as my second hot take.
I like that take. I just went on the Ringer 100. They rank the 100 best players every month, and they actually have Paolo pretty low as well. They have him at 30, but I think I'm looking at the names, bro. I think I agree with that. Huh?
Some names that you could be like, yeah, I think they're having, like, you could just be like, they're having a better season than Paolo.
Because, for example, I see Michael Porter Jr. at 47.
Come on, bro. What?
And I don't think Michael Porter Jr. is 17 spots worse than Paolo, even if I think Paolo's better.
Yeah.
And I see Brandon Ingram at 51.
Brother.
Like, I think like Paolo and Brandon Ingram are not having comparable years.
Yeah.
Even if I go down to 56 and I see Conca Nipple,
like I was like even thinking of something like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, bro. Like,
nah, you can't say he's better than Paolo.
Just this season, Nickeil's like numbers are relatively the same, close to Paolo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
but I think like Nickeil gets the benefit of seeing like the third best defender every night, and Paolo definitely gets all the. I would say Paolo better than Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but
yeah,
like if we're just talking seasons, someone like Dylan Brooks is definitely having a better season than Paolo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would honestly, seems less, I would go as low as 50. I think MPJ is like as good a basketball player as Paolo, which is a crazy thing. I never thought I would say that last time. We can move on to level 3. And my third one is Wemby gets to 2 championships before Jokic does.
Okay.
Jokic's obviously at 1. Wemby's at 0. And obviously Wemby's 3 years in the league. Jokic is about 10 years in the league. But like, I think the Spurs, if Giannis doesn't get traded to you guys, I don't think he's getting traded. And I think if the offseason if the Spurs season ends in like the first or second round, bro.
You think they're going to get Giannis?
Yeah. And like I think it's in the cards. And they're fucking like I'm a fan of the Thunder. I think we're like still one of the best teams, but that's some nut shit, bro.
Like, how are you scoring on? Me and Aashrith were talking about this the other day, like, or today morning, or maybe like Ant and Giannis. I think would be a top 1 duo if they got paired together. But if you put Wemby and Giannis, bro, that's like the ultimate power forward center pairing you can put. We were talking about how Giannis and Gobert would be a great defensive fit, but terrible offensively. Giannis and Wemby, bro, you can switch on the defensive end with literally both of them on anybody. Oh my god, bro! I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, how are you going to score on that? And offensively, it's like Giannis and Wemby is the perfect fit. Like the spacing is literally what Giannis needs.
Yeah. So there's an avenue, but also if the Spurs just naturally develop, like I think the Nuggets have such an old roster that if they don't win this year, it gets kind of tough. Especially like we were talking about before, if you're not able to pay Peyton Watson, that's a big loss that it's not really that readily available to fill. Jamal Murray, I mean, he's playing really, really well this year, but he tends to have slow starts and fast finishes. I would love to see. He's never really played a full 82 game season like well end to end. I would love to see if he's able to do that this year for the first time. And Jokic is like that injury is still like. I mean, I'm going to attribute that game yesterday like partially to our defense, but like there's still something there, bro. Like he just wasn't shooting the ball, even though he played really well that other game. I feel like he's kind of not there yet. So I don't know how like fresh he's going to be in the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't know if Jokic sees another one, and I think the Spurs get at least 2, bro. They have to with that roster.
That's a good take because I think like if the Nuggets were to do something, like I think this might be their like best shot because of like the talent and the way Jamal's playing, the way Aaron Gordon's been playing this year when he's on the floor, like when they're together, like they have like a really good roster, but I don't think they're gonna do it this year, which is like why like I can see that. Again, like
it's easy to do it next year.
Yeah, it also does depend on how well the Spurs develop their players. I think Vassell, in my opinion, like is a great player. I don't think he can be your second option. I think he's like a third option kind of player. Like I think the max he can average in a season is like 18 to 19, and he'll do that very inconsistently. Dylan Harper has shown flashes, but he's also shown like weeks where he's like not shown up. So there's some progression with that. Stephon Castle though, like I think he's slowly fitting into this role, and we got to see what they do with the De'Aaron Fox coming into the offseason.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. I don't even know if you should even pay him.
Yeah.
Hey, what contract is he on, out of curiosity?
He definitely makes 40 mil. At least 40 mil.
I kind of mean how long does he have left on it?
I think it's 2.
Let's find out. No, he's on an extension. He's on an extension.
Yeah, he's on an extension with the Spurs.
Yeah. So 29-30, he's out. Never mind. Ignore all that.
Like 45 mil, right?
Yeah. 50 mil, just about.
Wow.
Holy overpay, bro. Goddamn, fuck.
Yep. That's it. But this is actually perfect for my third hot take. It's that the Spurs lose in the first round this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you. But let's just analyze who they would play in the first round. So,
yeah, I think it's really like kind of matchup dependent. I think if they play us, I mean they're the second seed right now, so I don't think they'll play us. But if they play us,
I mean it's a game difference.
Yeah, I don't think they beat us in a 7-game series. I think they're too young. We have too much playoff experience right now, and like Ant is in the last like through 2 years is like probably one of the best like playoff risers in the league.
I think they beat the Lakers though, bro.
Yeah, I think they could beat the Lakers, but again, like Wemby's first playoffs against like a LeBron and Luka in the playoffs, getting comfortable after one season in LA, getting traded. Like I could see, like I think last year people forget that Luka came into the series against us coming off of like a calf strain or something, or like playing through like some sort of injury and still cooked us. Like it's not like he didn't cook us. So,
I wouldn't say cook, bro. Like you guys were playing Sydney Overtime until like
30 a game.
Yeah, but he was just taking all the shots. Like you know what I mean? Like you guys played single on him, so he wouldn't be able to pass the ball, and he turned him
It's
into a
true.
scorer. Like
Yeah,
I don't think he played. I don't think he played good basketball that series.
he didn't. I think he's definitely maybe I feel like he's a little bit more motivated this year. Like I don't know. Like I think that's a team he could beat like by himself. To be honest,
That's tough. I would say I agree the Timberwolves would beat him. I agree.
I could see the Suns beating them.
I agree. This
Suns
I'm
play them
more
really
confident on the
good.
Suns beating them than the Lakers beating them.
Yeah, the Suns have played them really well. Dylan Brooks like he
Yeah, no one
actually like
talks about the fact that the Suns are 3-0 against the Spurs.
yeah,
No one ever
bro.
talks about
You
that.
know who guards Wemby? Dylan Brooks guards Wemby, bro.
Yeah,
And look, he does so good on him. Like it's
yeah.
actually crazy.
We decided to literally adapt that philosophy, and we started putting J-Dub on Wemby to start like the whole game. We just matched their
Yeah.
minutes.
Like I think we put like I don't even know what we do actually. We have some pretty bad defenders, but I was gonna say put Julius Randle on him, but I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really add up.
That explains it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good. It's very matchup dependent a little bit, but
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
can definitely see it happening.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, level 4. This is where we start to get to like some deliriousness, you know, like I believe it, but I'd be shocked if no one disagreed.
Yeah.
So I say that's my fourth take is that in an all-time ranking, I would have Steph Curry above Kobe and Shaq.
Ooh. I don't know if I would put him above Kobe, but Shaq, yeah.
Dude, I think the Kobe case is closer than people think,
Yeah.
but I think it comes down to the fact that I just think Steph's like better at basketball.
I
Um,
agree. Like Steph
like
does a lot more on the basketball court, and
mhm.
I feel like the way teams like play him, like, and the numbers he produces, it's pretty crazy.
And Steph's unselfishness and ability to play off the ball is so underrated because
Mhm.
Kobe was so heliocentric.
Yep.
And like again, my favorite player is also very heliocentric. And that's who we modeled. Like, Shea modeled the game after Kobe. So I'm not saying it's a bad archetype, but like you'd be stupid to want that general type of player over a Steph Curry. Like
Yeah.
Steph is like is an offensive system on his own. Like he's able to like create so much gravity that you have to guard like the 4 other players in the court a different way.
Mhm.
And he can impact a game like that. There was that game against Houston where he scored 0 points at the half. He was so impactful in the half, and he missed all his shots just
Yeah.
by creating open looks for his teammates. And then in the second half, when they had to when they played him further away and they played everyone else closer, he dropped 30 and a half. Like
Mhm.
he's crazy to me. And I think Steph Curry's had more of a hand in his 4 championships than Kobe had in the 5, just because, like, I don't think people understand how good Shaq was in those first 2 championships, especially. Like, he might have had the 2 greatest final series of all time.
Mhm.
And Kobe was still pretty good, but I
Yep.
don't think he had the impact that Steph had in 22 or Steph had in 18, for example.
Agreed.
So I would go. I would have Steph like around the numbers 6 or 7. But yeah,
That's a good explanation. I think the biggest thing for me too is like there's an aspect of like there's a whole part of the game that like Steph changed. And if people watch basketball like me and Aashrith do, like it's crazy to see like how fast some teams like get shots off. Like it's the first like semi open three that's there is like the shot that their coach tells them to take. And you wouldn't see that happening if Steph wasn't in the league. Like realistically, that's not
dude,
happening.
yesterday Peyton Watson pulled on a 3-on-1 fast break from 3. That's Steph. Like Steph doesn't do shit like that, but that's Steph's influence.
Like it's as years go by, like just the evolution of the game. I know it's like repetitive, like people say that all the time. Oh, Steph evolved the game, he evolved the game, but it's
It's
true.
true.
And then everything you said too, like with those championships too, like I agree. Like I think there can. I'm not saying like I agree, like as in like I think so, but I think there could be a case made for it,
Mm-hmm.
100%. My fourth hot take is that Anthony Edwards will be viewed as a more impactful player than Jason Tatum when their careers end.
Okay, define that.
Like I think like as in just it's
like, are you saying that in their all-time rankings, when you finish, people are gonna have Tatum, Edwards over Tatum?
Yeah.
That would be a crazy amount of, that'd be a large amount of championships you guys would have to win then.
I don't think that's another thing. I don't know if the Celtics like win as many championships as people think they're gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's just the East is so ass, bro. Like they're gonna come into so many playoff
They might
series.
beat the finals a couple of times. Again, we have to see how Tatum comes back from an Achilles injury. This is counterintuitive to what my next hot take is, but we gotta see how that happens. Again, like I don't know. I think it at Ant's at the age Ant is right now and the age Tatum was, like Tatum obviously went to like 4 or 5. What was it, like 4 Eastern Conference Finals in a row or something like that?
5, yeah, 5.
5 before what? He was like 27.
Yeah.
Like Ant's been to 2 in a row. Like I think he could get to like 3 or 4 in the next like 2 years. Like I think there's a chance that if we play proper basketball this year, we could do it again. I'm not saying we win and go to the finals. Like we'll make it to the conference finals. I think we'll be in the running for it as long as Ant's, because he's not even in his prime yet.
Yeah.
He's third in scoring. Like it's all like things Tatum does, and like defensively too. Like I am really negative on Ant's defense, but I think like realistically, like when it comes down to it, if you want to, like, who would you rather have on the court on like the last possession guarding someone else's best player? Like I'm taking Ant.
I would take Tatum, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, bro. I
don't know how you get off the Achilles, but I think I would end up agreeing with you because I think Ant's gonna win more MVPs. But
I have a feeling if because I think the way our roster is built, like it's built around like if this is all like if we don't trade Giannis, it's built around like keeping Ant, Jaden, and Nas together, and then filtering out that second option, like which is what Julius is right now. And then at one point, like within the next year or two, Rudy's contract is up, so that frees up another 33 million space. And I really think that like our team, like people might be like, oh, like their window's running out, like stuff like that. But I think like with the way like our team is built, like we don't have picks or anything, but I think we're young enough to like compete for the next like 4 or 5 years. And if Ant gets lucky enough, or not lucky, I don't even think he needs luck. I just think like he's been to the conference finals twice. Like he's gonna get over the hump, in my opinion, at one point. Like I don't think he's one of those players like a Harden or like a Dame or something like that, or like a Donovan Mitchell. Like I think like Ant is the type of player to like he's gonna keep learning from it and he'll get over it at one point. And if he ends up winning a chip and Tatum only has one chip, then I think the argument can be made.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you. I think Ant's like, and there's so much hype around him too that it's so easy to make an MVP case for him. Whereas like, dude, I think Colin Cowherd might have destroyed Tatum's chances of ever winning an MVP. Like, you ever see that thing he did like a year ago where he's like, if you imagine LeBron, you just see LeBron with a trophy, confetti. If you close your eyes and see Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, confetti. You close your eyes and think about a Jason Tatum moment.
Dude, another thing
comes to your head.
Another thing, like the Celtics don't have Tatum right now and are playing pretty good basketball. Like I wholeheartedly think that if we don't have Ant for a whole season, we will be a lottery team. Like
yeah, but that's also like the Celtics did a better job of building a team around Tatum than the Timberwolves did around Ant.
I mean, bro, their center is like they're starting Kata at center.
He's nice.
White, he's averaging like 10 and 7. That's not starting center numbers. Derek White's shooting the worst three-point percentage from his career this year.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Jaylen Brown's having like a career year, obviously. So I mean, he has to have a career year, but like overall, that team like isn't crazy good. Like Anthony Simons like was coming off the bench for a little while because of how bad he was. Like Payton Pritchard was their second best player.
I agree. But I think the Celtics, the Celtics supporting cast is way better than the Timberwolves supporting cast, in my opinion. So that would help.
I don't know if their starting 5 is like that much better than our starting 5, but their bench.
No, like your starting 5, but their starting 5 eliminate Tatum versus your starting 5 eliminate Ant. Like, I think theirs is like much better.
Who do they start? Like Payton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I mean Jaylen Brown's enough for me to say that they're better.
Oh yeah, they do have Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't. Third seed is a little crazy.
Yeah, but that conference is trash, bro. The Raptors are the 5 seed or something. The Raptors would be like
they have the same like record as us too, right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
31-18. Like it's But
yeah, no, I agree, but
that's my take.
It's just tough. I just feel like Tatum as like a basketball player, ignore all the accolades, ignore all the stats, ignore whatever. Just his game, he's so well-rounded that I don't think you could create him on 2K My Career. Like,
it's getting to that point, man. Like
no,
his three-pointer is there. I'll just list it for you. His three-pointer is there, his finishing is there, and this year his midi is there. He's shooting 60.
Again, yes, and could be like a top 4 most balanced scorer in the league. But I think like Tatum is like 6'9", 240 with 3-level prowess and like probably the second best defender on his team. Like it's like I don't even think you could create that player on like Mike. Like you could create a Shea. I think Shea is the best player in the league, but you could conceive him. But pause. But I think Tatum's is like I think Tatum is just like really, really, really good, and he always gets to the last round of the playoffs, like every single time.
Technically, wouldn't it be more impressive for somebody that's not as physically gifted as Tatum is to doing the same things he's doing?
For sure, which is why I think that's gonna be better. But I think Tatum's floor is so high that
I think he's reached his floor last year. Like he's not getting better than he was. Even if he's healthy,
you're saying his ceiling. You reached
ceiling. I mean, like his floor in general is like I think his floor and ceiling are like right now are like the same.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every player at their prime though.
Yeah.
Like I think at one point in anyone's career, I mean, this is why it's a hot take because like I mean the fact that we're going back and forth with it, that means
this is good. This is what the segment's supposed to be.
Yeah, but we'll move on for time reasons.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say my level 5. Dude, I think we both don't like this player so much. You're gonna end up agreeing with me. We're gonna make your take so fast. But I said Luka won't win an MVP or a championship in his career.
See, this is a hot take for like probably like 99% of like basketball fans, or you and me. But I agree with this because he's never healthy enough to win an MVP. Like once he goes on a crazy run, like he either gets hurt or the team starts losing immediately after that. So that's out of the question. With this current Lakers team, like God knows what the fuck is gonna happen.
But like fuck the current Lakers, right? Like
not even the current Lakers in the future too, is what I'm saying. Like once LeBron goes, like I don't really know who's gonna go there, what they're gonna get. Like it frees up a lot of money and stuff, but like I don't really know what they do. It's also really you have to build a specific team. Or I think what I realized you have to build a specific team around Luka.
You have to build exactly the 2023 Dallas Mavericks, and you have to run into like
a gas Timberwolves team.
Let's call a spade, like 3 very overmatched teams for very different reasons.
Yep.
And like everything has to be perfect, and he ran into a team that was just adequate. Like I don't think anyone thinks the 2024 Celtics were like one of the greatest teams of all time. Yeah. They just were a very solid team in the East who played a bunch of teams.
They were definitely the best team in that season in the league.
Yeah, but you would say they're like of all time, they're like the 40th best team of all time.
Yeah,
like
you're not putting them in like top 10. You're not mentioning them when you talk about all-time teams.
Yeah, my point to bring that up being that it didn't take an all-time team to beat Luka. It took a very average team to beat his best ever. Yeah,
wasn't really a competitive series either.
Wasn't close.
Yeah,
and like I guess that the overarching point is I don't think anyone with Luka's play style could possibly win a championship. Like that Luka is essentially a prime Harden but better, right? Can we say is like that's the ceiling? So and I don't think anyone who literally doesn't like even bother to care about the defensive side of the ball for 2 games straight, and is a really, really heliocentric offensive player who commits a lot of mistakes. Like everyone sees the flashy highlights, bro, but they don't see the 6 turnovers he has per game on like backwards passes that go to the team, or just ones that he overshoots into the arena. Like people don't see that. So
we talk about the defense all the time, so we don't even got to bring that up.
Yeah. So I think That's why he won't win a championship. The MVP, you brought up like the injuries side. I'll just say that like it's just a wrong time, bro. Like
there's so many good players in the league.
Exactly. And
he's already isn't Luka like 27 too?
He's Shea's age. So yeah, 27.
27 going on 28. Like you gotta understand that's probably like 5 more. I mean the way with Luka plays, I could see him. But even though when you're like 36, you're not going to be in MVP shape regardless of like how your body type is. But that's like we got to think about it. 5 years max window that he probably has to win MVP. When players like Wemby are going to start going on their prime, like Shea's still going to be in his prime next year. Like Jokic is going to be in the running next year. Like I feel like Ant's going to take another step next year. So like all these players, Cade, like a bunch of different players, like. So
I think about it, bro. Now you have players like Coop. Like Coop's going to be in these conversations in 4 years.
Coop is going to take a huge step, I think, within like from this offseason to next year. Like it's all around.
It's a lot of players, and if you're not available in the regular season to inflate your team's record, like Shea is going to win the MVP this year, not just because he's averaging 32 points per game, but it's because we're going to win 60+ games.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
So I don't remember the last time Luka had a team that won 60 games. I don't think it's happened. I think 55 is where he caps out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I don't think it's not a commentary on how good a player he is. He's what he's. If it doesn't happen, he'll probably be the greatest player to never win an MVP. But
Agreed.
I just think it's not going to happen. Yeah.
That's see like you said in the beginning. Like I think people watching this are going to be like, yeah, you guys are tripping. But me, like I think everyone that watches our pod knows how we feel about Luka. But yeah. But my last hot take, and this is why I said the Tatum Achilles thing is a little counterintuitive, because I think the Pacers are going to go back to the finals next year.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is like based off of if they get Darren Peterson or AJ. But if they get Darren, bro, I think that actually helps Tyrese a lot, because Tyrese is coming off an Achilles injury. Like you never know how he's going to be. I think that he'll be pretty good because he doesn't rely off of athleticism too much. Like he could play in the pick and roll game. Like that's really what he does a lot. His passing will still be there, but Darren can like kind of take away like 15 like good minutes away from Tyrese and kind of let Tyrese like rest and like not rehab throughout the year, but kind of like manage his injury. And like playoff Tyrese, we saw what happened last year. We don't end the year before.
I gotta see
did he do anything crazy the year before that in the playoffs?
No, he lost the Bucks
just last year, right?
Yeah, just last year but last year, bro. Like I don't think a human can replicate what that guy did last year, bro.
You don't think he can replicate it though?
No, because dude, if
there's one person to replicate it, it would only be the person that did it.
I agree, but bro, like he would have 3/4 of ass, bro. It would be like the most despicable basketball you've seen in your life. And then like the fourth quarter, he would just turn into like Jesus. Like it was crazy. Like game 1 in the finals, he was objectively the worst player on the court for 3 quarters. And then, it was like crazy. Like that shot came out of nowhere. That shot got him to 11 points. 11 points in a finals game.
Yeah, that's
nuts. I don't think you do that again, bro.
Again, like if you get someone like that in the first pick, you still have Siakam. I think they do have some cap space. We'll see what they do. They probably have. I mean, they need to. They don't. It seems like they want to get rid of Mathurin.
They're trying to trade Mathurin for sure. Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that. I would keep him if I were you.
I think he wants more money and a bigger role.
Makes sense, but then again, like you got rid of Miles Turner. I think you hit the peak with what Miles Turner that team can do. Maybe go out and flip Mathurin for like a center, like an actual like starting caliber center when Tyrese comes back. And I think again, like that conference, not going to be weak, but again, the run they made wasn't in a weak conference. Like the Celtics were healthy, like all these teams were healthy last year. So I think it could be possible.
Definitely possible.
Things got to go right. You got to get the first pick.
What I think they'll do is if they get the first pick, what I think they'll do is I think they'll trade down.
Trade down.
I think they'll trade down to 3 and take Boozer.
Ooh.
And then they would trade Mathurin for guard depth. I think that's what they would do.
The trade Mathurin. Then who's gonna start at center, bro? Jay Huff.
They sign a center, I think.
Oh yeah. They'll have like 20 mil. I think they'll have like 20 mil to spend on the center.
What they could do, and what they now that this idea came in my head, what they should do is they should draft Cam Boozer, trade for Iyer, and then
Ooh.
and then trade Mathurin for depth, or maybe just give us Mathurin for Iyer.
Nah. Chill. You guys don't need Benedict Mathurin, bro. What?
More Canada influence, bro. Get the Canadians on our team.
Dude, he's dirty, bro. He's actually really good.
Dude, if we have Mathurin, games would not end, bro. Could you imagine the free throws that would shoot if Ben Mathurin and Shea were on the court together?
Yeah. I would love some Benedict Mathurin, bro. I would love some Benedict Mathurin.
All right, bro.
Not like that. But yeah, those are our hot takes for you guys. Did you want to touch on anything else to end the pod or anything?
No, I should be good. Before we end, we know that Giannis rumors are heating up. We'll record an episode Thursday and get it to you guys out by Friday for the trade deadline reactions and stuff.
Yeah, we don't want to just keep talking about rumors as they keep going on and on. We rather talk about stuff after everything happens. So we'll put out an episode on Friday, like Aashrith said. But until then, we have a new TikTok account. We'll post it on our Instagram, so you guys can go follow us on that. We started posting a lot more short form content on Instagram and TikTok, so check us out on there. But like, follow, and subscribe, Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.